television highlights of the news of yesteryear.
Greetings, everybody, and welcome to Midnight's Edge After Dark. It's time once again for the weekly wrap-up. It's where we try to talk about everything but the news. I'm Tom Connors, and with me tonight is my co-pilot, Mr. Mexican Iron Man. How you doing?
In my contract for diversity and inclusion, how many shows of these a year do I have to do? Because my agent is asking. For diversity.
How many Sundays are in a month or in a year? I mean,
52.
That many.
Oh, okay. I'll talk to my agent. And is there overtime paid on this channel? How does that work?
Depends on if you consider extra cheese overtime pay on tacos, but you don't like cheese, so whatever condiment you choose instead of cheese, guacamole.
I'm allergic to avocado.
Well, what can you eat on tacos?
I put Cholula sauce.
Fine. Cholula sauce.
All right, good. All right, 52 appearances for one bottle of Cholula sauce. Done. Deal done. Signed.
Yeah, I don't think your agent's going to be happy with that, but I'm good with it.
I'm happy with it. So that's
another partner in crime and co-host, the Mod Supreme 6. How you doing?
Good.
You're a white boob tonight.
My boobs are white every night.
Well, I mean, you don't have an image. I mean, I would hope so. I mean, if they changed, that would be like a weird sci-fi movie. Like,
Six,
my
I don't
boobs
believe
change
you, but
color every night.
I don't believe it. So I'm willing to find out.
Here, I'll go backstage and turn my cam on and show you.
Okay. Tom, I'll be.
Oh my gosh, here we go.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
CC Karaoke is our other guest tonight. How are you doing?
I've just been grinding on the channel. You know when summer comes, because all the winter people start leaving the campgrounds and all the summer people come in because they go 50 miles an hour down the road that's supposed to go 10, and you get all the campfires and the kids and all that stuff. It's all right. Change of atmosphere.
And we don't mind the white boobs, 6. You can come back. I'm just saying. Yeah. Anyway, I was just giving you crap. There, she's back. You know what's weird is it doesn't really look like a boob if you really think about it. Or it looks like
It does not look like a boob. It doesn't look like.
Well,
It looks like an eyeball.
It looks like a boob with a pierced nipple.
It's like what? No, it looks like an eyeball.
Well, these are my options.
Kind of looks like an eyeball. Well, where does yours go? Yours is always usually on there.
No,
Well, I wanted to put mine so it matches my my icon in chat.
Oh.
But I can't find that picture.
Oh, that stinks. I hate that. I have that problem sometimes.
I'll have to look. I'll look. You guys.
All right. No worries. I was just giving you crap. ActionCom sends in $5 and says, Tom, can you say the word documentary 5 times slowly? I will live for that. You want me to say it like I was saying it the other day? Documentary. Did you see the other thing I posted on Facebook? Twitter. That was funny.
That was only one time, Tom. You got 4 more to go.
Documentary. He wants me to say it really slow, though, doesn't he?
Like kind of sexy.
Documentary.
Bro, that word cannot be. You're turning me off, Tom.
Mentary.
You're turning me off.
Rapunzel. Starring Jada Pinkett Smith, one of my
for God's sake.
fastest liked tweets in history. I stole it proudly.
I saw that. That was
on Netflix.
Funny. You better get her name out of your mouth.
Hey, we got a new member. Wolverine Snicked is now a minimum effort puppy. We got a video for that. Let me see here. Where's it at?
Oh, because she doesn't have any hair.
Yeah, and she's got that alopecia
get her
thing.
out of your name, out of your mouth.
No, I get it.
Well, yeah. That too. It's more so because of that than the black thing, but yeah. Anyway, minimum effort puppy. Here we go. And that is like Mikey's favorite video.
Bambino, come over here and learn some shit. Come here. Come here. Watch. Come here.
How do I want to? What would I go for?
Wait, do it again. Do it again.
Oh, you're gonna make him watch the video?
Yeah, do it again. Go.
Well,
do it again.
right.
Bambino's gonna learn some shit right now.
It's a rare peanut appearance by Bambino.
He's gonna look. See what? Okay, right there. See what he's doing?
He's watching it intently.
That is called making.
He's learning. He's learning. Look at that Bambino. He's the star. He's the real star, and he knows it. Look at him. He's like, I am a movie star.
Who are these people, and why do I?
Isn't he adorable?
And surround sound all around me.
Bambino. Aww. Look at that. That was adorable.
Bambino.
Even the audience thought it was cute. See, did you hear that?
You know what my cat does for exercise? I have 2 cats, and one of them decided that
licks their butt.
Well, he does that. They both do that. But he attacked the toilet paper roll. I got up in the middle of the night.
Oh, they do that from time to time. It's like they get this weird thing up.
I've never had a cat do that. I've had cats since I was like single digits.
They only do it like once in their life sometimes, if that, but they all seem to be.
My God, he made a mess.
Oh, yeah, they go to town on that shit, too.
Yeah.
I guess it wasn't expensive, so it's not like he's chewing at my shoes. He's like a puppy, though. It's adorable, but
I would like to say that cats do that shit for a reason, but they don't.
No, he just, he wanted something to do. So I'm not mad at him. It was just funny. Because it's my, I've had multiple cats before, so.
They've never done that to you before?
Never. He's the first boy cat I've had since I was like 10. So I'm going to blame it on that.
It might be that.
I don't think you should call him an asshole. It probably demeans his it probably hurts his self-esteem.
Oh, fuck, he don't care.
Oh.
I think he cares.
He's a cat.
You
all
think
he
cats
cares
don't
about,
have
not like that. All he cares about is cuddles on his terms, supper on his terms, going in and out on his terms, and sitting where he wants on his terms. That's all he understands.
That's a cat.
Isn't that everybody?
No,
Doesn't everybody like to do things on their terms?
Well, yeah, but most people are at least more like if I see you sitting in the chair, I'm not just going to sit on you.
I would.
You don't mind him sitting.
No, I normally don't, but he has to get right up in your face.
Because he loves you.
Well, I know, and he thinks my belly's his pillow.
Well, it is.
Well, to him it is. I get it, but I know.
Okay, so what are you complaining about?
He not that so much. It's just it was an example.
Okay.
Like it's just like when they knock shit off the table and you're like, "Don't ever do that again," and shake your hands at them. They're just like, "Why are you yelling and shaking your finger?" They don't put 2 and 2 together like a dog does, dog does something, gets yelled at, it's like, oh shit, whatever that thing was I just did, I'm never doing it again. Cat's just like, man, my human's pissed. I don't know why.
Cats can definitely be vengeful. They'll knock it over just to get at you.
And that's the thing. I don't know if it's that or it's just this natural thing with cats have this understanding with gravity.
I think they just like to play because they're bored. They don't have TV. They don't have YouTube.
That's
they can't
true.
Read books.
Although I do catch asshole watching TV quite often. I think now with the new LCD screens and stuff, they can actually see. If they can't see the TV, they're seeing something that's getting their attention. Because he's obsessed with the TV sometimes.
Bino watches baseball with me.
Does he?
Yeah, like he just sits there whenever the game's out. He'll just like, maybe it's the crack of the bat, the clack. I don't know what it is, but something keeps him enthralled.
Probably the white ball moving around a lot. I'm sure they see certain shapes and movements. And with it being like that, I could imagine them being able to see it compared to an old tube TV, which would probably just be a light blur. I don't know. Yeah, my belly could probably be everybody's pillow. It's big enough.
What?
That's true.
No, you're losing weight. Remember, we talked about
Well,
that.
I'm trying.
What?
Mr. Butt
That's
Crack
great.
Media, member 11 months. All right. Thank you so much. Almost a year. We got Waltman says, not sure if you got a laugh out of it, but I sent you an email with a PC Mag article about Game Journal firing the Left Behind part was chef kiss. I did not see that yet. I did see your other email to me with the video. I haven't got a chance to watch yet, Waltman, but I haven't got a chance to see that yet. I'll have to check that out after the show. Tripping Orc says, when is Mexican Iron Man going to do a karaoke stream? Well, we talk about this all the time.
I don't do karaoke.
You know all of Donna
you
Summer's
can
songs.
sing.
No,
I've
I
heard
can't
you
sing
sing.
good enough. I'm too embarrassing. I'll humiliate myself.
You got 3 karaoke people right here. to
Right.
support
And
you.
you got 3, not 4. 4 would be me, but I'm not. Yeah, exactly. There
Oh,
are 3
black
karaoke
water,
people in the stream.
keep on rolling, Mississippi moon, won't you keep on shining on? Bet you could do that one.
Yeah, become a karaoke YouTuber. Can become your content.
Karaoke is not about singing talent.
It's true.
Tripping Orc, I will take it under advisement, but it would take a lot of tequila, probably on a Saturday night to get me there, maybe a Friday night if I can stay up drinking that late one night.
Friday night, CC Karaoke's channel.
When people
Maybe.
When people say they can't sing, I just say, you know what? Go with the rap and the hip hop, because then the spoken word doesn't matter if you can hit notes. Just matters that you can, keep
Have
a
fun.
roll. Yeah.
all you have to do is
Thank
try.
you for your super chat. Next
Moving
super
on.
chat. Thank you,
We don't have
Tripping
any
Orc.
more.
You're a nice guy. Or gal or orc. Actually, Tripping Orc is an orc from the Tripping clan.
You're trying to change the subject
Doggone it, Tom. Why do you always know me too well?
because you know you should be doing karaoke. That's why.
No.
Right here. Equally Thompson.
Come on,
We won't
sing
tell
it.
culture about that.
No, I am not singing on this show. It is not happening.
Speaking of culture, that's funny. He's probably listening though, so I'm not going to say it.
What? That he's got a short dick.
Oh, I don't know about
Whoa.
that.
I mean, if anyone would know.
It would definitely
Ain't
not be
any
me.
of us. It's the me, the missus. That's one thing. I'm sure that man is very loyal.
Oh, yeah.
So Sadie.
Yeah, she's barking at something outside. He wears a suit of
Fucking
iron
camera.
and he comes from Mexico.
Arriba.
He's the world's greatest hero. He's Mike the Mexican Iron Man.
Olay.
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 Olay. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay.
Arriba.
When banditos come to town, they try to strike him down. But he's strong as iron, does what he can. The Mexican Iron Man. I fucked up.
That's great.
He wears a sombrero sometimes, and it is colored green.
He wears a sombrero. Everyone's aware. But one thing he doesn't wear is his iron underwear. 'Cause he goes commando. Commando. Olay.
All right, back to the show.
Yes, back to the show. You're getting into that there, Mikey.
Yeah, you're getting me in the mood with your guitar strumming. I was like, "Rrr."
He's like
Like,
ready
Fitz,
to
hold me back.
just strip.
Yeah.
Olay is right. Oil of Olay. The funniest quote from the article in Left Behind, says Waltman, is the part where it says, we are force-fed corporate marketing points or fanboy misinformation.
Ooh, no way. Did they say that?
I guess so.
Oh,
Nikki D says, despite its tracking, I think Guardians of the Galaxy 3 will do well at the box office, opening at $140 million and finishing similar to Wakanda Forever. Gun will deliver. Well, it has to finish closer to Doctor Strange. That's the problem. I did buy my ticket tonight, though.
Oh, did
Wow.
you?
3 o'clock
For
Thursday,
Thursday?
May 4th. Yep.
I am trying to get the night off of work.
So it's not this Thursday, but the Thursday after.
Yeah.
And there wasn't very many seats sold. I think there was only like 3 other seats sold. But it's early yet, so
Yeah.
we'll see. It is. I signed up for an IMAX 3D showing, so
I think it
We'll
looks
see.
good. They released another clip, or I saw another clip today about Nebula trying to get in the car. And I laughed
oh
my
yeah,
ass
there was a
off.
few clips. Jesus, you got me thinking of Nebula. No,
Is she still a man?
She was a
I
chick
hope
in
not.
it in that scene.
Now she's a chick, at least for now,
Yeah.
until she gets reconfigured. Yeah, no, Chris. I don't think Chris Gore saw it, but he knows somebody who did see it. I guess from what he was saying earlier on Valiant stream, from what I gathered.
yeah.
And it sounded like it was pretty good. So hopefully word of mouth will carry it for James Gunn's sake, I guess. Because other than that, I could care less. I just hope it's good to finish off the story. So then this can be I'm done. Outside of Spider-Man movies, I don't really care. They got to come up with something really good to get me back in the theater to go see a Marvel movie again.
Well, the critics are loving it, which might not be good.
I am not going to go see it until after Tom says I saw it and it's good and Mikey should go. Kind of like you did with me with Tetris.
Well, my showing's at 3 o'clock.
What
The
day?
movie's 2.5 hours long, Thursday, May 4th. So that means I should be able to hopefully, let's see, 3, 4, 5, 30, 6 o'clock almost. We will be running, but it'll be like an hour late probably, at least that night.
All right, should I go see it
I'd
that day? I
imagine.
can get tickets. I can get
Yeah,
tickets
go
online
for it
right
if
now.
you can. I mean,
And
I
then
don't
we'll
want to
just
force
review it
anybody to go
live?
see it, but yeah, we'll probably talk about it that night for sure.
All right, let me do that.
Unless
Right
I doubt there'll be anything that much more pressing at that point. So yeah, like if you guys can see it, all the better. So like, yeah, we'll do a show that night, but it'd probably be a little later than usual. Cause even though my show's at 3 o'clock, being that the movie's 2.5 hours long,
now. Ooh,
and
it's
end
that
up leaving
long?
around,
Oh my God, are you
end up
serious?
leaving during rush hour and shit,
Ooh,
and you add in all that
shit.
other nonsense. Like, yeah, it'll probably be at least an hour. Kind of like what was the last movie we saw and we reviewed? I can't remember now, but not the Batman or the Doctor Strange one or whatever it was.
Doctor
or
Strange,
Thor.
we all saw.
Thor, I think it was after that. One of those two. Like, yeah, it took me forever to get back. So we were a lot later than we thought we were going to be. I know that. But yes, I'm going to see it in IMAX 3D. But yeah, I do hope it does better than we're hearing. But Dira says Mike is one furious hombre. I'll have to write that down.
Ferris.
Ferris? Is that how I'm supposed to say
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Means
What does
iron.
Ferris mean?
Like,
One
Iron.
Ferris hombre. One iron hombre?
yeah, one iron hombre. Yeah. Yeah.
Iron Man?
Yeah.
Hombre is a good word because I think I can find some stuff that rhyme with hombre.
Okay. I'm still not doing karaoke.
Yes,
I
you
went to
are.
the movies. Guess what I saw?
Glee.
No, you'll never guess. I'll just tell you. So I saw Tetris, and then I went to the movies. I watched The Covenant by Guy Ritchie.
The
Oh.
Covenant?
Oh, I did see you tweet that. Didn't you
Yeah,
tweet that?
Loved it.
Interesting.
Loved it.
Okay,
wait, what time are you going, Tom? I gotta coordinate my movie time with you.
Well, as long as you can see it Thursday before the show, that's all that matters. Well, I mean, like I said, we'll be about an hour and a half late, probably at least. So
Okay.
normal time.
Mikey, if I can get the night off, I'm going to go see it at 3 Eastern so we could have a virtual date again.
Oh, like we did last time.
Oh
Okay.
my.
Yeah.
6 seeing at 3 Eastern, I think she'd make it back before I would.
Yeah.
Because
Well, yeah,
that's
but
an
it
hour
doesn't
ahead
matter
of me.
because she's going to be with me on a virtual date.
Well, I know. I'm just
'Cause I have a-
saying. So, like,
I have a 10-minute drive and I won't stop at a drive-through on the way home.
because you're on Eastern time, right, Mikey?
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, as long as you see it by, if you get to a show before like 3, 4 o'clock your time, you should be fine. Because it takes me an hour just to drive
Ooh,
home.
3:05 p.m. to 6. We're gonna be.
See, there you go.
Me and 6 are going to come out of the movie at the same time. Get it? You see what I did there?
That was naughty, Mikey. Wow. I like it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, you freaked out the audience. Now they're all scared. They're going to report you to HR.
Dude,
There's
been talk to that for so long. I don't know what's I am HR
Well,
at midnight.
I was going to say, it's because you and I are HR. It's the only reason you stay out of trouble.
What? Yeah, let's reenact how this would go down. Tell me that there's been a complaint about me.
This is what we'd have to say about your
As a
complaint.
reminder, I've been here when it was glory hole days, and I've been here when it wasn't. And so, having said that, I want me some
Mike
glory
wants
hole.
him some glory hole.
Jesus. Wow. Ouch.
We just remind people that there were glory hole days.
Ouch.
Did somebody? Oh wait.
I don't even want to know where that was going.
Don't catch anything.
Is Valiant still live?
What does it matter? This is your
I'm just
show.
curious. I know. I just want to say hello to all the raiders when they come over.
They raided a long time ago.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
so I was curious. That's why I was asking. I want to say hello to everybody.
That was like 10. Yeah. That was
Okay, well, if anybody did raid, welcome to the program. Thank you
Hi.
so much.
Raid. Thanks for the dry raid.
Raid! It kills bugs dead. Well, I want to thank all of you folks. There's 400 of you in here right now. Please hit that like button if you haven't already. We know you have a lot of other things you could be watching other than us just shooting the shit, not talking about the news as much as possible. We try not to anyway. It doesn't help that things come up from time to time, but hey.
Well, how
And
do we have a weekly run? Oh, for frickin' shit.
Better get some booze out.
I'll be right
Oh
back.
yeah. Thank you, Jim.
Hold that silver
Leave it to
jet.
Jim to keep Mikey drunk.
Jim Watari sends in $20 and says, virtual booze for Mikey and Six's date. Ooh.
I'm out of hard liquor. I'm out of tequila and I'm out of scotch. So, Jim, I owe you one. Actually, now I owe him 2, frankly. I owe him 2 shots.
What? You're not a hard liquor?
I'm completely out of scotch and I'm completely out of tequila. I'm never out of being hard. Ha!
I think I have a caffeine-free Diet Coke in the back of the fridge.
God, Jim must be so disappointed in us. He's like, what the hell?
Maybe some Crystal Light in the pantry I could make.
Jim's like, don't these people know? I
Oh, he
show up
meant for
regularly?"
at the movie. So you get.
Oh, okay.
Can you?
I can do
well,
that.
I don't know if we can you get hard drinks at most movies anymore? I don't know.
There's
My
a bar
theater
at my
does.
local theater.
Just bring in a little.
But I carry a big purse when I go to a theater, so
Yeah, I was gonna say, just bring a little bottle with you. Waltman 4 sends in another $4.99 and he says, also, are we going to get the new Japanese Godzilla film this November in the States? Another film to compete against. I can't even talk. Are they really going to be doing another? Did that go through? Are they going to do one? That's news
Is
to me.
this
If so,
the Kong versus
no, that's an
the one that was
American one.
announced? Oh,
And when does that one come out? Because they can't release them in the same year. If it is the case, does that come out next year?
I don't know. I can't remember what was the title? Titan or something?
The New Empire, and yeah, it comes out. That comes out in 2024. So yeah, if they do, if there's a new Japanese Godzilla movie that I'm not aware of, they have to get it out this year. Or they'd have to wait till the year after.
Why?
Because that's part of their deal with Toho is they cannot release a movie in the same year. So they won't have competing Godzilla films.
Well, I'm gonna go see all of them.
I love
They can
that
release
show.
as many as they want each. Now that they have their new deal, I have no idea how many they have, but like, yeah, that's the deal is they just can't release them in the same year.
Give
Because-
me more Power Rangers anniversary specials.
Well, and the
You
little
wanna
bit of
go-
history. Oh, sorry, CC, continue. I'm sorry.
No. I just saying, give me Power Rangers specials. If Netflix has the rights and they want to do this 30-year anniversary thing, and anyone's a fan out there, I'm all for it. Don't stop with the originals. Go right through In Space and all the other series. Bring everyone back. That's a franchise that's sorely under-tapped right now. You have so many popular characters from decades. You can bring them all together and just like people will love it, man.
Yeah, I just know that was part of the deal, and I guess there is a movie that's called right now, as of now, Untitled Film that's scheduled to come out this year. As far as on the state side, I'd imagine, I don't know if it'd get like a full-on release, because like when they did the last one, they just give it a limited release and then released it on video here. So there you go. Zontar says, took my cousin's kids to see Mario. I owed him a favor. Third time they've seen it, and they want to see it again. They have no interest in Guardians. Uh-oh.
Wow.
Well, Guardians isn't necessarily a kids movie per se. That I can understand, but I mean, yeah, the Marvel universe has fallen out of favor with just about everybody. I mean, yeah, it's true.
Wow.
But
shocking times.
Yeah.
We live in shocking times, Mr. Connor. Tom Connors.
Shocking times?
Yes, shocking. These are shocking times.
Sharking times?
Shock. You know what? My accents suck. I'm not like
Yeah. I just had to mess with you. Yeah, I looked at this article you sent me here, Walt, man. It looks like it's about game tech stuff. It looks like I'm gonna have to read through it here before I can comment on it, but yeah. Godzilla's farts smell like victory? Probably. But Kong's my boy. Always bet on Kong.
I have a question.
What's up?
How is this show called the Weekly Wrap Up if we don't talk about anything that happened during the week?
Because it started out that way, and then I had Robert and I had Paul on a couple shows, and we started just talking about all kinds of stuff that wasn't in the news necessarily.
Okay.
So it kind of became just like this gimmick to not talk about the news of the week, because it's like a decompression. Quit talking about.
So what do? When we have someone like me that doesn't know nothing about nothing?
You know about a lot of things.
We could talk about accounting and tax laws.
Oh my
Yeah.
God! And there goes 200 viewers right now.
Well, he don't want to talk about that. That's kind of the whole point of this, is like we don't want to talk so much about that stuff. I mean, we can if it comes up, but you know.
All right, so we've established. I got my ticket 6. I'm gonna be there, and I'm gonna text you right when we go in.
Okay.
I'm gonna get that,
All right.
and yeah, you're gonna be sitting
Sounds
right
good.
next to me. We have primo seats. Are you more of a nacho or a hot dog kind of girl?
Uh-oh.
Well, she's vegetarian for one, so it'd have to be veggie
I'm
hot
not
dogs.
vegetarian. I'm vegan. Huge difference.
Oh, vegan is there? Well, I don't know what the difference is. Then I guess.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
is the difference? Can you teach me? Seriously, I don't know.
Vegetarians don't eat meat, like they don't eat hot dogs or pork chops or whatever, but they'll drink milk, eat eggs,
Oh, okay.
eat things with animal byproducts, whereas vegans don't eat anything. That
Wait. So you don't have scrambled eggs in the morning?
No,
Oh my God, our love has ended
I
before
don't-
it even had a chance to flourish.
I don't have scrambled eggs. I don't drink milk. I don't eat like red
Cream
food dye.
cheese.
There's some red food dye that's
See,
made
now
with
I'm
fresh
like
bugs that I won't eat.
anti-vegan, if that's the case. So, like,
No, you are antimatter vegan. If this were the Star
that's what I'm
Trek
saying.
universe
Like,
and Siggs was in the vegan universe, and then you went into the transporter, you would be in the antimatter vegan prime universe.
But bacon.
I'm like, if an animal didn't die to make my food, I'm upset.
Wow.
Kidding.
Wow.
I'm kidding. Twinkies don't kill animals, do they?
No, what are you eating Twinkies for?
Why do you have to even ask me stupid questions like that?
We discuss. I feel like
Because they taste good.
we have these discussions, and then I think they're going somewhere, and they in one ear and out the other ear of the microphone.
You act
Love you.
like I know I love you too, but it's kind of like bacon. I know bacon's not good for me, but it's
There's a whole lot of
amazing.
ignorance in the chat. So let's move on before I start to school everyone.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Let's move on. Let's move on to a more important topic, like
Toppings.
Oh wait, I have a question I've never asked you. Okay, and the chat can get involved in this one. I don't think I've ever asked you this question, Tom. And I should know this, but I don't know this. Of all the things I know about you, I don't know this. Pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
It is a scientific fact that pineapple goes bad the moment you put it on pizza, and so does the pizza.
Come on.
It's a scientific fact. But
Yeah.
I've heard of
That's
worse
been
things.
studied.
I'm
That's been
pineapple,
studied.
yes.
Here's the thing is I'm not a big fan of Canadian bacon either.
Oh.
See, so that's the thing.
Oh, you're killing me.
Isn't Canadian bacon
classic.
just ham?
It's just little baby hams. Not on pizza though. I
So
like
it's-
them just fine on other things. But
So it's called Canadian bacon depending on how the ham is. Or wait, yeah, it's called Canadian
I
bacon.
don't know. We got a
depending on
Canadian
how-
here. I don't know if he can explain it to us or not.
Well, let me finish the fucking question. Is it called Canadian bacon depending on how it's shaped? CC, I
Uh,
guess I'm asking you.
I don't know. I put bacon on pizza, and I love spicy things, so I just load it up with jalapenos. And yes, in Canada, it's jalapenos because we have the Trailer Park Boys. That's
What
That's how
the
we
F
say it
are
up
you
here.
talking? Wait a minute. Wait, what? First of all, wait, answer 6's question. I don't even know how you answer. Did you even answer that question? Because I don't understand your answer.
I don't think I know the answer to that question.
It's a
Just
simple
give me bacon
question.
and spicy things.
So can you make ham spicy with
Yeah.
like
Can you?
jalapenos and
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm
And
sure
what's
if he
a-
wrapped it and rubbed it in it.
What is a jalapeno?
A jalapeno. Are you
What?
kidding me?
That's not how
right
you
now?
say it.
how do you say it?
Jalapeno.
Jalapeno.
No,
Jalapeno.
jalapenos and cigarettes is what Ricky eats.
Oh my God. I'm on this live stream. My
Okay,
people,
from what I'm
my language is being appropriated right here, ladies and gentlemen. CC Karaoke is doing the what do they call it at Disney? The appropriation
Grooming?
of the culture.
I like cultural appropriation. It's like
Okay.
showing respect to cultures you dig. What's this all this appropriation stuff?
according to the Googles, what we call Canadian bacon here is what you guys reportedly call back bacon, but that is not what we put on pizza. Well, I don't know what we call what we put on pizza then, but it's usually called Canadian bacon when they do it with little pepperoni sized, yeah. Like Hormel, that's what they call it.
I'm the only one on this entire panel that likes pineapple on pizza.
Yeah.
And so basically,
I feel
Well,
so
once you
alone
put
right
the
now.
pineapple on it, is it even still called pizza?
I don't know. It's
Or is it
called a
called
mess.
garbage?
I'm not a fan of what the pineapple and the ham do to the cheese.
It's called
Right, like-
don't eat that. To
I
the
don't even.
home.
Who cares? I don't even like cheese that much.
Well, that's
Oh,
then
that's
you
my
eat a fruit
problem.
pizza then.
That's my
fruit
problem.
pizza
I
would
don't
be
care
good.
what it
Fruit
is.
pizza's good. You can put all kinds of fruits on it. We already have enough issues on pizza with tomato pretending to be a freaking vegetable. It's like, I'm a
Blueberries.
vegetable. Ha ha. No, you're
I
not.
had pizza. I had pizza for dinner tonight. I had tomato and spinach and red peppers. And yeah,
I
was
have been
really- it was
eating
yummy.
Canadian bacon.
That's a good pizza if you don't want to
My-
eat meat, I guess.
One of my favorite pizzas is Canadian bacon with jalapenos and pineapple. Mm-mm-mm. Yum, yum, yum. Mm-mm.
Have me tell pineapple.
What?
Cryam, to change the subject, says, gotta wait to Super VR, but want to say thanks for keeping me awake during the drive into Baton Rouge. Just settled into hotel room after 9-hour drive. Started in Oklahoma City this morning. Wow. 9-hour
Wow.
drive.
That is a long haul.
I got the hiccups
Long
all of a
drive.
sudden.
Hey,
What did
we
you
like
say,
Congrats on your
driving.
Six?
safe arrival.
I didn't hear what 6 said.
I think I just sighed.
Oh, I thought you said like it's a long drive or something. I figured, but
Oh, it is
yeah.
a long drive. Yeah.
Yeah.
9 hours.
What do you got to
I
go
love
to? What was that?
I love to drive though.
Depends on my mood. What'd you have to go to Baton Rouge for? That's a long ways. Everybody's in Vegas
We'll
this
wait for
weekend.
your answer.
Well, you can just add us. You don't have to send another super chat either or nothing. I'm just curious what was going on in Baton Rouge because I think VR is off to Vegas, isn't he? With the
Yeah,
rest of the
everyone's
kids.
going to Vegas.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Valiant Renegade's going to Vegas.
What's in Vegas?
Well, CinemaCon's this week.
I'm so
Yeah, you can
upset
get
that
all
we're
the
not going to.
highlights
I'm so upset that we're
Twitter.
not.
They're showing the Flash there too.
Oh,
Your favorite, Mike.
ugh. That's not why I would want to go to cinnamon and con.
Cinnamon con is a very different thing.
I can't say this word.
Cinnamon con is either where you go and there's a bunch of bakers
Cinnamon
hanging
con.
around talking
Cinnamon.
about like spices, or it's probably a hooker convention.
First of all, her name was Cinnamon, and she was a dancer and not a
Our
hooker.
dancers,
Okay,
same
with a name like that.
No,
every dancer is just a few $100s away from being a hooker,
she
Mike.
was working on her education and her associate's degree.
You're not
She
the
told
first
me.
one, okay? That's all I'm gonna say.
I believed her.
Of course you do. She was convincing.
It's a good name. And if she's a few $100, it's more than a few tens.
Yeah.
Well, lap dances
Actually-
cost more than $10, but okay.
Hexacom says, Mikey, what are those hexagon things they serve at school called Mexican pizza? Has Mexico confirmed legitimacy? Has Mexico confirmed legitimacy? Yeah, Mexican pizza. What is that?
Okay. He's talking about that nasty ass stuff that you get from like it's on the heat trays. I think that's what he's talking about.
The nasty pizza?
Yeah, where it's all cut up. It's cut with those little cutter thingies. You know, like on a sheet. It's on a cookie sheet. It's not real pizza because it's on a cookie.
It's like
sheet.
cardboard.
Yeah, it's kind of like cardboard. Dude. I never even heard of Mexican pizza before. I think that's like a burrito. Like if you go to Mexico, guess what? We don't fucking have burritos there. That's an American creation. Yeah, we have tacos, like hand tacos that roll. We don't have like, burritos per se. That's like
If a taco rolls, isn't it a burrito?
well, yeah, but
It has to be tucked, I believe.
What's
it's
the
like
round thing?
but the thing is, it's a corn tortilla. So how are you gonna wrap it until it actually seals?
Are you thinking of a tostada 6?
I think so. Where you like spread refried beans on it and then you roll it up and pretend that it's filling.
No, that's an enchilada.
It's an enchilada.
Those
No, it's
do
like
it.
a little. It's like shaped like the size of my finger.
Oh, that's a taquito.
Taquito. That's it.
Yeah, those I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, taquitos for sure. Yeah, we deep fry those things. Yep. God, me and Six should have a Mexican cookie night show on one of these things.
The taquitos I actually get at that one authentic place. Yeah, they have burritos and stuff there, Mike. So I'm not so sure.
Yeah, dude, burritos is not a staple. Look, can you go to Mexico and find burritos? Yes, you can, but it is not a staple of traditional Mexican cuisine. It's just
that's true. I have heard that a lot of that stuff is considered like peasant food and stuff. It's called.
Yeah.
And I didn't make that up.
Pet food.
well,
Peasant food.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not as, I mean, look, if you go to Mexico, you can get a burrito at a restaurant. Odds are, but I'm just saying it's not classic cuisine that way.
What's the difference between a burrito and an enchilada?
Okay, a burrito, an enchilada, you like put it enchilada. You wrap the meat or the cheese inside. Then you make these tiny little rolls. You put them on a tray, and then you use your red or your green enchilada sauce, and then you bake them in the oven, and usually with cheese. And then when they come out, you like in a cookie sheet or in a deep pan. You then cut into the enchiladas and you serve them like that. So it's a hot oven baked dish. Versus a burrito, you pop that flour tortilla in the microwave, slap whatever you want in it, roll that thing up, and hopefully it sticks together as you eat the whole thing, like a Subway
He's
sandwich.
not wrong. I mean,
You made enchiladas sound really sexual there.
they are kind of.
Turned
I do know that there are amazing burritos in this world, though, because this place that I've gone to called La Jacente's, I think it's called. They have burritos the size of your head, and they're fucking amazing balls. They fry the tortilla, though, Mikey. But you get your choice of pork, beef, or chicken, and they're literally the size of your head.
Really?
Yeah, the tortilla is like huge.
That sounds like it's like enough food for you for a weekend.
It kind of is. You can't really eat them in one sitting.
Yeah, it sounds like it's one of those things that you take to go, like, you know what I mean?
You eat like a half or a third of it there, and then you take the rest home, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you get it for free if you eat the whole thing?
No, but I saw, was it Nick? Or something like that, posted one of those from Echo Base. Like he's like, I was trying this place, and I was like, that's what reminded me of was burritos the size of your head, and it's like if you finish it there, but that would look like it was like a 2-pound burrito or something like that or more. It was huge. It was just about the same size though. But yeah, I've never been able to eat one in a whole sitting. No way.
That's what she said.
No, I could put that away. Thank you, Kitty, for knocking shit off the desk.
What would you put it there for?
He's just moving it out of his way because he wants to lay down.
Exactly.
I don't know if you guys can see him. He's over here. You can see part of him.
Why doesn't he lay on that pet bed you have back there?
He does sometimes, but very rarely. He's got an expensive bed that he never uses. He's spoiled. He's got an expensive bed and water thing, and I've never seen him use either.
Expensive water?
Oh, it's like a water fountain thing.
Oh, like so it's flowing?
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds fun.
He don't like it. Or at least I've never caught him drinking out of it.
Do you have an alternate water bowl for him?
He drinks out of Sadie's water. I catch him doing that all the time.
Ew.
Yeah, you would think he'd be like, that's gross. I'm going to drink my own water. And I put it up on the counter so that would entice him more, because then he'd be like, oh, I'm not supposed to be getting into this. And yeah, he just, if he drinks out of it, he does it when I'm not looking at. Huh?
You're lucky he didn't knock it off the counter.
It's too big for that. It's like a whole little, or, it's like it's like a little fountain, basically.
That's cool.
I'll send you a picture of it after the show. It's got an LED light on it. Yeah, well, I wouldn't buy it again. Not now that he won't use it. I even put like little treats up on it to see if he'd go up there, and he'll go get the treat, and then he'll just. I haven't caught him drinking out of it yet, but it goes through water, so I don't know if it's evaporating or he's actually drinking it when I'm not looking. So that could be.
You gotta clean that too, otherwise that.
Yeah, I do. It's got filters and stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
Of course. I change out the water and stuff.
You're a good kitty dad.
I try.
Except when.
Okay, this is what was sent to me about that it's supposed to be school lunch pizza that he's talking about. This is the Mexican pizza.
Let me see. Let me inspect.
Okay, so what they call it is this is the day after you have tacos or two, and they take the meat and they throw it onto the pizza, and then they add cheddar cheese to it and try to call it a Mexican pizza, and it's probably got like a tortilla for a shell at the bottom or something like that.
It's ground beef. It's ground beef.
Or tostada, or whatever.
Yeah, and there's ground beef and cheese in there, and it's not my favorite dish. Ugh.
That would be good on nachos instead of whatever that crust is made of.
Well, that's kind of what the crust probably is more like a nacho chip. It's the tostada or whatever, yeah.
There's nothing
I
like
imagine.
a good tray of nachos, I'll tell you that much.
It's nothing got nothing on the I know, right? Nachos rule. And it's got nothing on the Taco Bell Mexican pizza.
Bong!
Oh yeah, I got a thing for that.
Bong!
I got that too. Speak amongst yourself. Sadie thinks she has to go out.
Okay.
What are we going to talk about, 6?
Well, what kind of candy are you going to have at our movie?
Well, I usually get the same thing. I usually get a large Slurpee.
Yep, I'm there with you.
I get a cherry or blue.
Cherry. Well, I mix it. Mostly cherry though.
Mostly cherry too. Yeah. If I can control it, if the machine lets me mix it, then I'll mix it up too. Okay. And then I go popcorn for sure, but I don't get like a big huge tub because it fills me up too much. So I get like a small popcorn, and then I load it down with butter and salt.
Oh, you add salt to it?
Yeah, I add salt.
Wow.
And then the way I do it is I put the popcorn at the bottom, then I put the butter, then I put some more popcorn, then I put some more butter, and then there's the third layer of the popcorn, and then the more butter, and then salt, and then I just shake it. Then
how do you shake it if it's full of popcorn?
Because I hold that on top of my hand. I don't feel it all the way to the top. I just kind of because my local place, a small popcorn is like a double big gulp drink container. Like it's not like paper, it's like more like, well, it's like it's like a to-go cup, but it's like a big one, like a super big gulp, like 32-ounce big gulp thing. Anyway, so that's what I do for my, and then I have to decide, am I in the mood that day for nachos or a hot dog? I don't know, but it's one of the two, but not both, because you can't do Slurpee and popcorn and nachos and a hot dog. I mean, that's just too much for one guy. You know what I'm saying?
You could put a hot dog on nachos.
No, what?
Oh yeah, you could chop that thing up.
Oh yeah.
Ew.
I don't mean like crappy hot dog. I mean like a really nice piece.
Dude, we're at the freaking movies. I'm like at the local cinema. What am I mean, I don't even want to know what's in those hot dogs.
They have nachos at the cinema?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where do you go to the
Pretzels.
movies at, dude?
I go to the Canadian movies.
Well, okay, so what is the Canadian movie experience? Why don't you teach us? What is, if we went to the movies in Canada, you're telling me I can't get nachos at your movie theater?
Oh, they might be somewhere. I don't know. I mean, it's entirely possible. I just haven't seen them the last few times I've gone.
Well, that means
So-
they're not there.
Yeah, probably not.
Wow. All right.
I-
So what else do you guys feature? Do you have something weird like, you know what? Do you guys have like maple syrup and bacon nachos?
Oh, I wish.
Ew,
No,
that's
unfortunately,
disgusting. I just
unfortunately,
picked
there's
that
no
up.
like Canadian tourism at the theater.
It's just
I mean, I
donut and
wish
beers.
there
That's all
was,
you
but-
have at theaters.
He said that they have maple syrup bacon nachos. Ew,
I'm not surprised.
that's disgusting.
What about candy? Does nobody else get candy?
Oh yeah,
No.
I
tons
want
of candy. $10 tiny bag of candy, $15.
Oh yeah, that's
popcorn.
typical.
Yeah, it's pretty
That's
probably
weird,
a lot,
because you know
a lot
what?
similar to what you
That's
got.
weird. That's weird. That's $10 because my guy charges me $180 a bag. That was a joke. No one got
Well, that's
that joke.
Canadian money, though, Mikey.
No
That's
one got that
expensive,
joke.
man.
180 a. You guys, that was funny. I made a drug joke. You
Shouldn't it
guys-
be like
It's
140?
180 an ounce.
Whatever. I don't know enough about drugs to know the. But I was trying to make a joke. Well,
Actually, it's more like 400 an ounce.
okay.
Actually, to be fair, I live on the West Coast, so out here it's like $20 an ounce.
Oh my God, my jokes are missing worse than Paul Chato on a
I'm
Midnight
not
Edge
getting it at
morning
all.
show. Have I
Out
become
of
as
the loop.
unfunny as Paul Chato? I don't know.
I think that's funny.
Shots fired, Paul Chato. If you're listening, shots fired.
Sadie didn't have
Hey,
to go
look,
potty.
on last
Tom
Friday's
wanted
show-
a snack.
Hey, last Friday or Wednesday.
She totally did. You didn't hear?
I don't know if it
No.
was the Friday or the Wednesday show, but when Paul Chatham mentioned Maud in a Midnight Edge morning show and thinking that anyone would catch that reference was pretty funny. That happened. See, you guys didn't even remember. You didn't catch it either.
I don't remember nothing.
I don't remember him mentioning.
Yeah, he
Maud.
mentioned Maud.
It's familiar, but I don't remember him mentioning it.
Yeah, I think it was on Friday.
It might have been when my
Wednesday.
power was out.
Oh. You think your power was out, but maybe I was crawling through your window and I wanted to do it at night in the dark.
Since when do you go into the window?
You know what? Damn it! Hey, you! CC! Die!
That was good.
You would break your neck jumping out of my bedroom window. It is a straight drop onto hard concrete.
Well, I would go out the front door with pride.
There's nothing that you could like Spider-Man your way down.
I wouldn't. I would go out the front door with proud, like a
Plus, I'm not
conquered
married, so
Yeah, I don't know
Latino.
if he's interested. She's
Easy,
not
that was
married,
fine.
Mike.
Oh, well, that's the
I
point.
shot my shot and I missed.
What?
You're not. She's not married, so she's not. She's
You
not
know what?
eligible.
Not in the money.
You know what? People are being mean to me right now, and I'm
We
not
are
feeling-
kind of being mean to you.
not feeling that I'm in a safe space anymore. What?
Aw, the baby.
Aw. Oh, Cryam says he's on a 3-week road trip vacation, starting with Rocky Mountains, Black Mesa, World War II Museum, Smoky Mountains, and friends in between from Minnesota. Awesome. That's cool. That's cool.
Ooh.
And then Fat Steven wants to know, what does Mike do when there's a sunroof?
Roof of what?
Hmm?
Like in a car?
Or in a house, I guess.
He opens it, makes room for his butt while he's in the middle.
No, why? What this whole thing just makes no sense. Why
I
would
mean,
I?
if he's doing it in a car, he might jump out the sunroof, I guess.
No, why would? Why
I've
would I
climbed
open
out
the-
of a
why would
sunroof before.
If
It's
I'm
not
banging a
too
chick
hard,
in a car,
actually.
if I'm being a chick in a car, why would I just not open the side door and step out?
don't
Because
know,
her
why
husband
wouldn't you?
came home.
Yeah.
You're banging a chick
Yeah,
who
if-
lives in her car, and the husband comes home. You gotta go out through the trunk, son.
Wait, I'm banging a married chick that lives in her car with her husband.
Go out the sunroof and get the high ground, which is a lot easier when you're dealing with an angry husband.
Did you say go to the sunroof?
That's why I think that's probably why Steven meant that. Yeah, exactly.
Did he say go to the high ground in the sunroof? Is that what you said, CC?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Then your feet will be at his head, right? Which is a lot better than trying to go out the side door and be right face
I
to
mean,
face with him.
chances are she's banging you. Her hubby's probably shorter than you, so
What?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
What?
I mean, statistically, that's true.
Yeah. I mean, you're probably more of an alpha male. I mean, how good could they be? Well off could they be? They're homeless, living in a car.
No, why would
I mean,
be
that's no
banging a homeless
competition.
chick? Why would I be?
I don't
banging a
know. Why
homeless-
would you, Mike?
No, I wouldn't. No, you. Wait.
I mean, homeless chicks are less maintenance, so there's always that.
Homeless chicks have needs too.
No,
She's
well,
right.
They don't need me.
They like ice cream just like everybody else.
Oh yeah.
Well, she's not homeless if she has a car.
Well,
What
Technically,
is the PC?
yeah.
What's the
Technically,
PC
yeah.
term for homeless people?
Oh,
homeless people.
no. I heard this the other day. It's called urban camper.
No, it's like there's like an actual. I gotta Google it.
Urban
Google.
camper.
Employment challenged.
This is my house right here. I could drive it down to Vegas tomorrow, technically, except they won't let me in because I don't have all.
Yeah,
the
but that place is nicer than a lot
Yeah,
of
look
people's
at look
apartments.
at
Unhoused.
CC karaoke. Like, yeah, I'm homeless, but my home's so fancy it has wheels and it's mobile. I mean, that doesn't even count. That's like punching down on us brown folk here. Meanie.
I've been told that a few times.
That's a
actually.
mansion compared to some people's apartments.
Exactly. Anyway,
Morgan King has been a member for 20 months at the minimum effort puppy level. Thank you so much. Fat Steven then sends in $2.20 Canadian, says Californian is the PC term for homeless. Oh.
oh snap! Ooh, snap! That was pretty funny though.
I mean, yeah.
I'm trying not to laugh, but I can't help but laugh.
I'm jealous of Cece's Nook back there.
Yep.
It's pretty comfy. It's one of the reasons I bought this thing is someone who owned it before me. Like they put it in these custom chairs, right? They're like leather.
I mean, that's the thing. Look at how big his mobile. What do you call
nice.
that? A recreational.
Oops.
What do you call
It's
it?
a recreational vehicle.
Okay.
That's
It's
an
so-
RV, Clark.
It's so big that look like where he normally sits behind him is like in a different zip code. That's how big it is.
I think my attempt to put the seat back failed a little bit. The
Yeah,
mic
it
does
looked
go
all right.
back with me, but I was bumping my face into the mic.
I don't know. The Nook's just making me want to make breakfast.
Oh yeah, the
But Six
kitchen's
don't
right,
like
right
eggs,
back
so
there.
I don't
yeah.
know what to make.
Well,
Pancakes,
actually,
I guess, without
I
eggs.
do eat these. They make these vegan egg patties. They're made out of mung beans.
I cannot. Okay, here's the thing. I can't understand going through all this trouble to make something out of plants that emulates something that you refuse to eat now.
Because people don't go vegan because they don't like the taste of meat.
I
Right.
get that,
It's a
but at
healthy
that
choice.
point,
It's a healthy living choice. Tom.
is it for everybody though? I guess that's the thing.
No, it's not for everybody. It's not for everybody. But
It can be though.
I don't know. I just can't. I can't do that.
If things comes to Hilton Head, I'll be vegan all weekend.
You could.
Yep.
You don't like cheese though. You're not a real man.
Whoa, what? What?
Tom has to say that. He lives in Wisconsin.
Yeah, I kind of have to legally by law. Do you know there's this stupid law in my state that it's technically illegal to serve a dish at a restaurant without a slice of cheese or cheese served with it in some way?
Okay.
I shit you not. No, because this buddy, a couple buddies of mine, when we were way back in the day, we were shooting pilots for shows that we were trying to pitch. And one of our ideas was to go around the country and test stupid laws in states. And of course, being from Wisconsin, we were going to test some of the stupid laws in our state. And so we went and looked up some of these stupid laws, and there was like this one town nearby where you could drive down a one-way street as long as you had a lantern on the front of your vehicle. So we were going to strap a lantern to the front of the car and drive down the one-way street to see if we got pulled over. You know, another one was you can't serve a dish in Wisconsin without cheese on it. So we were going to order some food from a restaurant and then call the cops because it didn't have cheese on it. Like, we were going to do all this stuff. And like, we were saying, you know, like, well, whatever, even if we do have to pay some fines or whatever for stupid shit, like the show will pay for that. Right. Like, who cares? You know, at the end of the day, we just thought, you know, and we'll go to different states and try all their stupid laws. I know, it just didn't go nowhere.
You rebel, you.
It was a good idea.
If you think about it now, I mean, if now you could probably get that show done and put it on Discovery.
Oh, YouTube. I just do it for YouTube now. Just do a channel of it.
I don't know. I think
like if YouTube was around back then, we would have just done that.
If we could sell this to Zaslav, we'll make some sweet honey nectar money.
Mm-hmm.
Problem is, then they own it all. And they reap whatever benefits.
Yeah, but the check's clear, and we're on.
You're thinking like an accountant, Mike, not an artist.
Oh, sorry. I thought profit mattered.
It does to you up front. Yes.
Yeah, because then I can put it in the bank and it can grow, and then me and Six and Tom and Cece, we can all go like.
But then we don't own that idea anymore, and the next thing you know, it's Josh Gad and Seth Rogen hosting the show.
But why do we care if my check cleared and I'm sitting on a wad of cash?
Seth Rogen.
Okay, never mind. Fuck it. We're keeping the rights.
No, I just heard you're right. I'd probably sell out pretty quick. Be like, what? You want to buy my stupid idea? What's this? $1 million check? Sold.
Sold.
It wouldn't even be like Wayne's World. It'd be like, you want me to do what? And you're going to give me a couple 100,000 more? Sure. I mean, if somebody wants to give me that kind of money, hey, it ain't gay if you get paid.
Whoa, what? No, wait,
well,
no.
I'm just saying.
No, that makes 0 sense.
If you don't spend it before you die,
I know, it makes lots of dollars.
You better have somewhere to put it.
Real estate.
I don't know, once you're gone, it's like, you know.
That's my next dream, is to buy some real estate, but I gotta save money. I am kind of a cheap date. I'm easily amused too. So
if you were going out on a date, what would you do? Where would you go, Tom?
Like an ideal date, or just like,
well, not Fantasy Island date, but just a good date.
Damn it, I was gonna pick Fantasy Island.
Shit.
I mean, I'm usually a movie and dinner kind of guy, but I also know it's hard to get to know somebody on a movie when you're watching a movie. But I also kind of like seeing how some people react to certain movies. So like, that's more of like a second or third date kind of thing. I don't know, just a nice dinner.
What's some a nice kind of dinner?
Like Red Lobster or above, I guess. We're going to Burger King tonight, honey.
I love Red Lobster.
Whatever you want on the menu's all yours. Up to $29.99.
Shit.
No,
what a campfire grill.
Yeah, I mean, I like that kind of stuff too. I'm one of those kind of guys who can throw something together, but you gotta. Unfortunately, I can only cook with meat because I don't know what vegetables are.
Oh yeah, that's true. If you're going out with Six, you can't have the meat.
He can eat whatever he wants.
No, I'm pretty easygoing. I mean, I'm a pretty rustic guy coming from Wisconsin, so there's just about anything is exciting for me to see or do. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like a kid in a candy store in Vegas. It was crazy.
So, Tom, you got my Twitter DM the other day, yes?
Let me see here. From which one?
I think you did.
About
You
Vegas?
responded already. Yeah.
It'd be interesting. I'm down.
So with the news that
Hey,
they
Andy.
with the hi Andy,
You people are evil.
What do we
Why?
do now?
I'm there at the gym. I've been doing really good, fasting all day. I didn't eat breakfast.
He
till
went and got
4
some
o'clock,
nachos.
And there I am. I'm doing squats, and I hear you guys talking about food.
Yeah, we've talked about food quite a bit tonight.
Oh, I know.
Food's
Between every
yummy.
set, I'm like, "Ooh, that sounds good. That sounds good. Ooh, I could do that." Like, no, I got to be good. But anyway, hi everybody.
hi.
He's got nachos just below camera.
Go, monkey.
Oh, Mikey would just want some.
Well, with the exciting news that Oakland A's are leaving Oakland just like I did and going to Las Vegas. Woohoo, Tom, the odds have gone up that I will get a place in Vegas. I will definitely be getting a minimum of 20 home game pack of home game tickets for the new stadium.
Well, we need like a Midnight's Edge headquarters.
Absolutely.
And
So here's the way I was thinking about it. We'll swing by the Salty Nerd podcast guys. We'll use their studio for the broadcasting. Give them a little
we'll
change,
crash
whatever.
there. Yeah.
Then, yeah, we'll coach in. Then we'll take all the boys and the girls from the Salty Nerd. Then we'll go back to our play, and ours will be more like, how shall I say, more of a social area.
It needs a pool, it needs a theater,
Yep.
and it needs an arcade. And I got
And
the
an
arcade
indoor bar
started
and
already.
an outdoor
So.
bar, and it's going to have a stand-up arcade room.
Yeah, I got the arcades. I already got a few ready. So, and then I got the library. So we're good to go.
Library.
Movies.
Gonna read?
Read. Well, I got some books. I got comic books too. These are all part of the Midnight's Edge resource library. Tax deductible.
Unbelievable.
And we need
You know,
a toy
Six,
room too, Mike.
In the
I need a YouTube channel.
in the last year and 4 months, Tom has gone from I don't know shit about taxes to all of a sudden every time he describes anything, it's got a technical term.
Boom. Tax deductible.
Now it's the Midnight's Edge Research Library and Resource.
It
Library.
is.
Yeah. Okay. That's good, Tom.
Well, and then we have the toy room for historical research and observation.
$5 is your toy room is a hot mess.
It is right now. You've
Yeah.
seen it. You're one of the rare
I've
people
seen
who have, and it's worse since then. I got Andy's toy right here, though, next to me at all times, just in case. I got to find a good place to set all my stuff up.
I'll have to get you a Mikey to go with it.
Please do.
Anatomically correct.
You showed us those that one time. That was like, it was totally like, I could see like, that's like a buddy cop show. Me and Mikey, the way we looked there.
Yep.
The only thing, what kind of shoes am I wearing?
Sneakers. I
Make
went
them
with
big.
red for
Oh,
the
I can make them big.
Netflix.
I do like red. I would probably pick red shoes. But like my all times are the Nike Air Jordan Air Jordan kicks are my favorites.
They actually make them at 6 scale.
That's what I was wondering. That's why I was asking, because I'm like, those are totally the shoes I have, the red and black ones. The white.
Yeah.
The originals, the OGs. Hell yeah. I got a nice pair of black ones too, but yeah.
Yeah, you might have to do a little paint job on them because I think most of them are white, but they're pretty. It's pretty easy to do.
The old original kicks they're pretty much exactly like the old original kicks. They're just the Jordan kicks, basically, which are just a little different in style, but yeah. Anyway, I like my Jordan shoes. That's why I want to see that movie too. I was like, oh. They were only kids when I was a young kid. Jordans were the thing, man. Like that was my era. So I do want to see that movie. Hopefully, it'll come on streaming soon. Because I really don't. I don't know if I'm about seeing that in the theater. But Mikey finally saw Tetris and agrees with me. It's really good.
Oh, I loved it. I saw it Saturday.
I just wanted to see Renfield.
Oh, what'd you think of that? I love that too.
I really liked it, except for Aquafina.
Yeah, she didn't annoy me so much, but it's like, eh.
Well, that whole subplot was kind of like, it's kind of pointless. But
It is, but it's also like I was thinking about it. I'm like, it's kind of a way to get Renfield's story. It's a good way to make all those stories connect together.
Yeah.
In a way. I mean, yeah, it would have been better if it was a different actress. Don't get me wrong, but
I really like the callbacks to. I was talking to because Gary went to see it last night, and Gary Ambrosia.
Did you like
And,
it too?
Yeah, he was pretty much same boat as I. We were both looking at the technical aspects, the way the homage back to
The OG
Lugosi.
Dracula.
Yeah, it's frightening how much Nicolas Cage looks like Bela Lugosi.
I said the same fucking thing. I'm like, what the hell? I never realized how much he looks like him.
And the way they lit him too, with the eyes lit up, like it's very much old school like that. It's pretty cool, really cool.
Oh, I thought it was fun. I had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, it was. You know what? It was short, 90 minutes, and you're
90
out,
minutes. Yep.
And it was entertaining. It was fun. That the scene where he disarms his enemies and beats the crap out of them. That was hysterical. I thought it was really funny.
Oh yeah, there's a level of the movie where it's basically like every time he has to, for lack of a better term, Hulk out on bad guys. It's like you can tell the filmmakers are like, okay, we did this the last time. What do we could do now to up the ante here just a little bit more, up to the point where at the third, fourth time or whatever, it goes over the top beyond. But like, because then you get to the one at the apartment building, which is just insane.
I felt like Nicholas Hoult was channeling like an inner Hugh Grant in that he was he had that like that sort of English laid back, but here now it's time for me to go do this.
Yeah,
so
there was a little Hugh Grant there. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
I really liked that. It was fun. It was it's not going to be like on my to-do list, but on every year, but it was good for what it was.
I just is so sad to see how badly it flopped, because I was like, there was people in the theater when I saw it. Culture said his theater was fairly full, but
you know what? I don't think people know who Renfield is. If they had something with Dracula, like Dracula's Apprentice or something like that. Dracula's, that might have brought people in, but like
you might be right.
It's kind of obscure.
Hey, I'm proof of it. You sent me a text, Tom, when you got out of the movie, and what was you said, what was your what did your text say in exact words?
I think if I remember correctly, it's like I just got out of Renfield and like, what's that?
Right.
Or who's that? Or something like that.
Yeah, and then you're like, oh, my bad, I misspelled it. Then you respelled it. I'm like, I still have no idea what you're talking
and I said
about.
Nick Cage Dracula movie, and it took you a minute or two, and then you finally figured out what it was.
Right. And I go to the movies all the time.
Well, and you're right.
I just saw Covenant, and there wasn't anyone in that theater either, except for me and this other guy.
You might be right in a certain aspect, because Paul and Script Doctor were saying the same thing about
I've heard of Dracula. I have no idea what a Renfield is.
Yeah.
For all I know, that's the brand of a shoe that he wears.
Yeah.
Like I know there's a Dracula, and I know he's got teeth, but I don't know what a Renfield is. I know what a Transylvania is.
He's the guy that eats all the bugs.
Yeah. Dracula's Apprentice might be been a better title, something like that.
See, how would I know that? That sounds like I have to do homework. How would I know that? Should I read a book?
Good book. I can't really argue with this.
Should I watch the movie from the 1930s before my great-great-grandparents?
Well, Six was just asking a question. What was that?
Oh, sorry.
No, I was saying the movie's for the literary crowd.
Well, technically, Renfield isn't. It's a changed character from the book. It's the character from the 1930s film, is what it is. I can't remember what his name was in the book. It's totally different though, but I can't remember what he was named. Because Renfield was basically created for that version, and I think he's an amalgam of like two characters.
Yep.
I believe there is a Renfield, but I'm just thinking they were trying to remember because they mix. I think it's Thomas and Renfield together.
Tom, it'll be interesting because I saw a trailer going into it. The Last Voyage of Demeter.
They had it in front of mine too, and I was like, oh yeah, this was supposed to be good too. Yeah.
So there's another one. If that one kind of tanks, then you'll know what the hell's a Demeter? It's like, well, that's the ship Dracula took to get over across the ocean. So.
Right. No, I told Andre about that, and he knew what it was. But like Six is right in that one. Now that one I would say is like a lot of people are gonna be like, huh? What does that have to do with Dracula? Unless you read the book. Yeah, you're probably really lost. Because the movie kind of skates over that part usually. That's kind of the interesting point of the story, right?
Yeah.
Because everybody on that ship gets killed long time ago. Yeah. It's like basically like letters. It's not like a book.
It's the 18th century or 19th century equivalent of found footage. It's everything is like the story is compiled.
Jonathan. That's the name I was thinking of. Not Thomas. Jonathan. That's his name. I think.
Wait, what book are you talking about?
Dracula.
It's not. What?
Yeah, Dracula. Bram Stoker's Dracula. It's
It's
compiled
not a
from.
collection of letters.
Yeah, it is. It's everything's
Yeah.
like it
Hold
has
on, I
like
gotta find mine.
a journal entry
Yeah.
from this and like
Yeah. Yeah, the version I read was in like a book with a bunch of other stories, but like, yeah, it might have been abridged. That I can't say, but because I think it was in a book with like it was that. I think Mary Shelley's Frankenstein was in there, and I can't
The
remember.
Adventures of Pancho Villa.
Maybe. No, it was just a collection book. And this was it was the same year that Bram Stoker's came out, was the last time I read it.
You mean Bram Stoker's Anne Rice?
The Francis Ford Coppola. Yeah.
With the Anne Rice element in it.
And that's where I learned that basically all he did was take the myth of what's his face and mix it with the Dracula story and put a love story into it. Vlad the Impaler. I couldn't think of the name for a second there. Which I kind of dug that. I thought that was kind of, in retrospect, like when I was younger and I saw it in theater, I've told this story before, me and my cousin went to see it. We were real young and we're just like, what the hell is this? Because the trailers made it look like it was going to be like this really kick-ass horror film. And they showed a lot of the shots of him as the Bat and stuff. And it's like, he's only the Bat in like one scene in the movie. It's like, oh, they kind of undersold that or oversold that bit. Like, yeah, but I like it more
Okay, I found
now.
my book. It's not letters, it's journal entries.
Well, that's what he said. Yeah, journal entries. That's what I meant. I'm sorry.
Yeah, there's some things in there. There's some entries from like the ship's log and stuff like that. They're kind of
Well, because isn't it like the collection of the police report or something like that? Isn't it supposed to be? I can't remember now.
yeah, it's sort of like it's like somebody was saying that this thing happened and they're kind of documenting. It is almost like police work as put in there, and that's one of the things
Like I said, forgive me. It's been 25, 30 years since I've read it. So yeah.
Yeah, it's one thing I didn't like about Coppola's version was because in that Dracula is irredeemable. He's like, I mean, he tosses a baby to his wives to devour. He's pretty evil. And
Renfield's in the book. I'm looking at it right now.
He is, but it's two different characters. They combined him with Jonathan.
You said Renfield isn't in the book.
Not that version.
Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Okay.
It's in my hand.
Not the version that we know of as Renfield in the Universal Dracula movie. That is Jonathan and Renfield mixed together. It is the character that goes over. Okay, but my point is the version that's in Renfield is the version from the Dracula film, not the book. It's technically Jonathan's character.
Yeah, I think Renfield never leaves Transylvania. I think he
gets put in jail, and I can't remember. I think he escapes, but then he gets killed, I think, right after that, if I remember right.
Yeah, and then there's somebody else that is sort of like a spawn in England, if I recall. It's been a while.
Yeah, but what I meant was, because in the original Dracula film, they took Jonathan and Renfield's characters and they combined them. So this is that character. Because he talks about going to meet Dracula for a land deal, and he's his familiar. Because like what Andy said, they were two separate characters. Renfield only is just like his little gopher, and then he gets put in jail, and then I think he escapes and gets killed, if I remember right. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I haven't read the book in 35 years. Like I said,
I've
30,
learned my
35
lesson
years.
about that.
I don't know.
No, please correct me if I'm wrong. That's what I said.
For me, the gold standard is still Cabinet of Dr. Caligari, because I can't tell if that's not a documentary or if it's like a film.
I think I have that, but I haven't watched it yet.
It's so real that you just can't tell the difference,
But no, you are right. I did say it like that, Six, but what I meant was they combine those two characters, so it's not technically the same character. It's more or less Jonathan is what it is. Because they even talk about him having a daughter and a wife, which is bullshit, because that's not in the original book or the movies or anything like that. But he talks about coming over to give the land deal, to make money off the land deal, and he got trapped in this whole thing.
Yeah, well, they couldn't make a version of Dracula today because when Bram Stoker describes Mina Harker as being an exceptional woman because she's got a man's brain. I don't think that would go over too well with the modern audience.
Oh, we got Snowdub here. He says, weekly reminder. Mexican Iron Man needs to watch Rambo. I need to get him the first 3 movies, too.
Hold on. First of all, I'm not watching fucking Rambo till I see First Blood 2.
We'll get you them.
I don't even know how that, dude, and that's just not happening anytime. Like I said, I'll do it this summer at some point.
We'll come up with
I'm not the biggest. Getting me to watch a Sylvester Stallone movie is like watch Tom Connors to get him to watch Tom Cruise movies.
I don't hate Tom Cruise as much as you seem to hate Sylvester Stallone for some reason. Though.
I just never got into it, Adrian.
You sound like my dad, which is funny.
Wait, what? No, we're not.
He's never been a big Stallone fan, and he said the same kind of shit.
I'm gonna do my Rockies, and I'm gonna do my First Bloods and my Rambos this summer because Tom's hooked me up with all. Tom, I think I have all the Rambos now because of you, right? I think so.
You got out most of the Rockies, up to 4.
The Rockies, I mean the Rockies. I mean you've hooked me up, so I got all my Rockies, and now I'm gonna work on my First Bloods and my Rambo. And this summer I'm gonna do a Sylvester Stallone mega watch-a-thon, probably in June or July. I'm gonna get all caught up.
Tommy Reviews also sent in a super chat and says, after I went to the post office, I saw Evil Dead Rise. There was a reference to the original in the 2013 film 2. Highly recommend. Well, there you go. I guess a lot of people are going to see it. It did about $40-some million altogether this weekend, which isn't too bad. Oh, Red Tigress is now a new member. We've got, let's see here. What is it?
Red
she
Tigress?
upgraded to Congo level. Congo. Let's get the video up.
Amy wants green drop drink.
No.
Amy wants green drop drink.
All right, all right. She's allowed one, it'll calm her down.
I gotta get the other one that's shorter. Stop eating my sesame cake. Anyway, thank you so much. I appreciate that. And Snow says he honestly thinks you will like it. I think he will, especially though he's got to see. You got to be able to have seen the first 2, at least, if not 3 movies for Rambo to really have an impact.
Is the third one? I'm confused now. I thought.
Okay, there's First Blood.
Then
there's Rambo First Blood Part 2.
Then
Rambo 3. AKA Rambo Starts the Taliban.
So what the fuck is what he's talking about?
Rambo is just simply Rambo. And it came out.
So that's the 4th one or 5th one or 6th one?
It'd be the 4th one. And then the 5th one is Rambo Last Blood.
Oh, for fuck's sake. So I got to watch 3 movies or 4 movies before I get to that one.
Technically, yes. At least the first one.
For fuck's sake.
I think you're going to like the first and second one.
Yeah, whatever. We'll see. Yeah.
Third one, I don't know.
All right, I'm going to try.
Third one's got some cool scenes in it. Especially the scene where he has the fight. Have you seen the Hot Shot movies, Mikey?
What's that?
You know, like Hot Shots and Hot Shots Part 2?
Never heard of it before.
Charlie Sheen. You seriously have never seen the Hot Shots films?
Nope.
Oh, wow. Okay, go watch Hot Shots, because I know you've seen Top Gun.
Yep.
And then after we watch the
Rambo, like 100 times.
You're gonna Hot Shots is like basically like a parody film of Top Gun films.
Ooh, can't wait. Sounds good.
And then it's got Charlie Sheen, Lloyd Bridges. Who else is in it? What's the name of that chick that's in it? Because she's in a couple of movies. I can't think of her name. Somebody in the chat will remind me. And then the sequel, though, Part 2, is a parody of the Rambo films, though. So you got to get to, and the second film is actually better than the first one. So you got to see the Rambo films to get it, though. And Andre would be very tickled pink if you probably watched the Rambo films. So trust me, we could probably turn it into a whole thing. Because Andre loves Rambo. Rocky, meh, he can give or take, but he loves Rambo.
Really?
Oh yes, he'll tell you.
That way it says America, fuck yeah.
Well, I'm sure. Well, that's the thing. Believe it or not, Rambo was one of those things when it came out that it, for a lot of years, it helped a lot of helped America in a lot of ways, because there's a lot of countries that saw Rambo as a very positive role model. They're like rah rah, yeah, America kind of thing.
So that's why Andre says America, fuck yeah.
Possibly. Well, I'm sure between that and Team America, but he loves Hot Shots and Hot Shots Part 2 as well. And the Rocky films he's okay about, but Rambo movies are the big ones for him he likes. And he'll tell you all about how Rambo got fixed in the edit, if you ask him about it. I'll be honest with you, Rambo is one of the movies that the Sylvester Stallone should have been nominated for an Oscar for and wasn't.
Wow.
Especially for his final speech, because he don't say shit throughout the whole movie till the end. ActionCom says, did you ever see the movie Return of Dracula? It's tepid remake of Hitchcock's Shadow of a Doubt, and it was the first movie to take a serious idea of a vampire in modern times. I don't think I have. Who's in it? ActionCom. Who plays Dracula in it? That'll help me out. Because a lot of those movies got different names, because I got a lot of Dracula movies. I did just watch Martin for the first time last week.
How about Shadow of the Vampire?
Is it Shadow of the Vampire?
No, that's with Willem Dafoe and.
Oh, that's a great flick. I love that movie. Why did you eat the cameraman? Why did you eat somebody who doesn't matter, like the script girl? I'll eat her later. Oh, that movie needs a Blu-ray. That hasn't been released yet. I don't know if I have this one or not. I'd have to look. So I got a lot of Dracula movies. So then ActionCom sent in another $2 super chat here that I must have overlooked. Where is it at here? Here we go. CC, would you ever trade for a houseboat? That's a good question.
Short answer is yes. Longer answer?
Cruise up the coast.
Yeah, if it has an engine, it's like you don't have to be tied to roads and civilization and people and neighbors.
You imagine CC karaoke in a CC karaoke canoe.
Yeah, something like that. Just ride out into the open waves and it's like total isolation. And
a CC karaoke kayak.
Yeah, CC karaoke.
See, I could see him doing kayaking, but you don't need a new house for that, then.
That sounds like an anime title.
Nah.
Gungner paid money just to say yes. Watch First Blood.
Okay, I'm on it.
All right, we'll get you. I'll try and hook you up here.
I'm gonna. No, I mean I have it. I just haven't watched them.
You've got one.
David Caruso.
No, I have First Blood. Okay, when he sent me Rambo, I thought there was just two movies before, but 1 and 2. But I didn't know that. I thought those were the sequels and not the prequels. So I was gonna watch. Well, what anyways, the point of matter is.
So what do you have?
So I have First Blood 1 and 2 on my Amazon account, and then Snowdub sent me Rambo and a disc, which I have next to the TV downstairs.
Okay, all right. Well, send me pictures of the ones you got.
Okay, I'll send you.
And I'll tell you what you need,
and then you tell me what I need. Okay, that sounds like a good plan. All right, good plan.
That
Now,
works.
Next topic. I'm tired about talking about Rambo.
And Dracula was Francis Lurderer. I might have that one because that sounds familiar. That sounds like the one that Andre recommended to me, but I haven't watched it yet. I literally got like 30 Dracula movies. Anytime I see a Dracula movie, I buy it. I'm weird that way. Dracula and Frankenstein, shit like that. I know I'm weird. Little monsters. I love little monsters. Goal82 says the super is dedicated to the brave Mujahideen fighters of Afghanistan. Yeah, the Rambo 3 has not aged well, or it has, I guess, depending on your point of view. So he got all that $2 super chat where it says Snowdub. Dracula pretends to be visiting an extended family in California. I'll have to check. I'll let you know, ActionCom, if I have it or not when I get a chance to look.
What's the one with George Hamilton?
That would be Love at First Bite. Yeah. Yep.
Susan,
I know I have that one.
Yeah.
I wonder if they restored the music for it, though. So remember the video and stuff they always had back in the day didn't have I Love the Nightlife in it.
Yeah.
And that kind of made that movie. I do have Blackula as well, yes. And Blackula Returns, or whatever the sequel is called.
All right, Tom, have you ever seen Dracula's Dog?
No, I don't think I've heard of that one.
It's bad. They have a German.
Wouldn't it be Barkula or something like that?
The German Shepherd, he goes around biting other dogs in the neck. He just kind of like, oh.
Oh, no, I got to find this movie. I love batshit crazy bad stuff. Mecca J says, have you seen the Pope's Exorcist Critical Drinkers interview with Russell Crowe? Got me interested in watching it. I did not, but Andre did. And he enjoyed it, but he said he felt like they had way too much of a budget for the movie. Said especially at the end, it feels very overproduced. I could kind of get what he's saying, because that's kind of where it turns me off with some of these haunted and exorcism movies anymore. It's like there's nothing about them that are all that stupendous, because you know it's all done by computers and crap like that now. Stuff like The Exorcist was kind of freaky to me back in the day. I mean, yeah, I know how it's made, but it's still just the way it was presented. And the documentary kind of style of the first Exorcist really gets you. And it's not even so much, you know, the head scene or anything like that. It's a lot of it's leading up to that. And the parts that really, especially as an adult compared to when I was younger, like when I was younger, it was about fun of watching, you know, the head spin around and the puking and, you know, people getting thrown around in the blood and all that kind of business. And, you know, her talking like she did in The Voice and stuff like that. But as an adult, you watch that movie, especially as a parent, the scarier scenes are the scenes before the exorcism when the mother's just trying to figure out what the fuck is wrong with her kid. That is the scariest shit in the movie, because the way they present it, especially the way the girl turns, because you see, William Friedkin did just such an amazing job of adapting that book and saying, here you go, here's a perfectly normal, healthy 10-year-old girl for about 20 minutes, and then all of a sudden something changes, right? And you go through all the doctor scenes and the therapist scenes, and to where she's sitting there on the bench with the priest, and she's just begging him to help her try and figure out what's wrong with her daughter. I can't imagine the pain of that as a parent, going like, I don't know what's wrong with my kid. Like, that is the scariest thing I think any parent could dream of having come out of their mouth, right, Andy? I mean, besides obvious things, you know, like, you know, the darkest things you could think of, but like just not knowing something is wrong, but you don't know what is just and no doctor can tell you, no therapist can tell you. Like, that is scary as shit.
Yeah, that's the thing that really gets you. And when you can picture yourself in that situation, helpless, it's kind of like what in Jaws. I think the most gripping scene is, you know, when like Alex Kintner's mother is like frantically looking around and she can't find her kid.
Right. No, Jaws really does kind of, like when I was a kid, it was all about the, you know, the excitement, the blood, the guts, the fun of it all. But you're right. Yeah. As an adult, you can see it as a whole nother level, and you can understand why it scared the hell out of people when it came out. So
Jaws is a great example with horror. I mean, I was taught, and I believe it, it's like less is more.
Oh yeah.
Once you blow the load on all the blood and guts and gore, and you show the monster, it's not as frightening as when it's unseen, when it's unknown. You got to make it believable. You got to bring the viewer into this place where it's like, this is actually a real thing that's happening in real life. It's like kind of like a documentary, not necessarily found footage, right? That fear of what you can't see, which is also cheaper to produce, by the way, right? If you don't have all the monster effects and the gore and all that, it doesn't cost as much, but it's more effective.
Action com, that scene still makes me mad.
Pippet. He ate the dog. Yeah, Jaws ate the dog. And we were caught up on all the super chats. Was there anything going on that people want to plug for their channels, since we still got a little bit of a crowd here this week at all?
Still looking at Thursday. Might be
what do we got
the
here?
First.
I put Alex Kurtzman in jail.
This week on Oz. Orange is the New Black. Why am I in jail? Because of what you've done to Star Trek, baby. But I thought this is a woman's prison. It is. I'm trans woman now. You're mine. Oh, Lord.
Can somebody get me a Bud Light?
Cece, you got anything coming up this week? Any special interviews? You've been kicking ass doing all that stuff.
Yeah, we're going to keep going with the interviews, not for a couple of weeks. We're still booking. But Thursday is going to be the first in a new series, live from a live stage at the Baltic Kiss in California. And it's something I've been looking forward to for a while. We're going to broadcast literally straight from a venue, crowd, stage, and everything. Start with karaoke, and if it's successful, then we can do more like actually broadcasting live bands. The idea of broadcasting from a stage from maybe more venues than just the Baltic Kiss. So I'm looking forward to that very, very much. And check it out.
Awesome sauce. Six, do you got anything going on this week?
I got nothing at all.
Well, I'm sure you'll figure out something to do. Like meet on Tuesday, maybe?
No, I gotta work.
Oh, bummer. So you got to work this week. It's one of those weeks.
Well, I work every week.
Well,
Some
you know
of
what I mean.
some of us have to work. For a living.
Sometimes you don't work on the nights we stream. Sometimes you do. That's my point. It's usually every other week. That's what
I should be there Thursday, though. I'm off Thursday.
All right. Sounds good. And then, Mikey, what do you got coming out since you're the best YouTuber ever? Mikey. He's muted.
So how did I mute myself? What happened?
I don't know. Why'd you mute yourself?
I am going to be busy this week, not being a YouTuber. Thank you.
You're going to be a YouTuber. You wait.
No. But I will be a YouTube fan. Haha.
Well, okay, fine. Be that way. I, of course, will be on the morning show tomorrow. We're supposed to have Razorfist there. Hopefully he'll be there. Another individual who'll be there will be Mr. Chris Gore. And with that, I'm going to leave you on the trailer for his new movie coming out tomorrow. In just a few hours here, actually. I think you should be able to get it. But here's the trailer for that. It's called Attack of the Doc. Thank you so much, guys, for being here tonight. Hope to see you on the morning show. Bye.
If I were to just start apologizing for the things that we did wrong 10 years ago, the show would never end.
G4 was really one of the very last cable channels ever launched. It was the end of this linear cable era before we got to streaming and whatever it is we watch now.
Something unique, something different, something a little meta, something that was turn the mirror back onto pop culture and kind of spit in its face, but then wipe it off and give you a kiss at the same time.
He was a TV host who was also a production assistant on another show.
Oh, nice molester stash.
You do know who that is, right?
It's Shia LaBeouf, Transformer Kid.
No, it's you.
Friend sent me a series of VHS resume tapes. There was no one better than Whitney Cummings until Olivia Munn came on set.
Hello, Governor. I am Olivia Munn.
She delivered amazingly.
They dumped a bunch of snakes on her. Wow.
Was Olivia wearing slave Leia at Comic-Con?
History in the making.
The floodgates that they were open.
Fans were losing their minds.
We were being hounded.
It was also kind of subversive 4chan dark comedy.
We did stuff that would not fly.
Go for power, girl. You're a whore. Also, more susceptible to getting AIDS.
And then from there, the wheels were off the bus.
You got another light bulb, right? Deal, check out. And it's on fire. The world has been waiting for a half Chinese, half American girl diving into a giant chocolate-filled cream pie.
I want to jump.
Right before we went live, Kevin had just shown me 2 girls, 1 cup.
Sex with dragons is one of God's special mysteries.
I spent 8 years researching space dragon sex.
Not all of those things that happened on the show
I don't swallow with Kevin.
would be acceptable by today's standards.
The infamous fat suit gag, one of our production management was going to walk.
I did a lot of on-camera drinking. Try a beer from every single.
2.7. You should be dead.
People will look at a broadcast back then and think, ooh.
Oh my.
Yeah. You can't do that anymore.
Man, we did it once, but now no more. You can't do that no more.